Welcome to the Spain World Cup. The World Cup has everything: excitement, violence, records, entertainment, collusion, stars, surprises, miracles, scandals, and more. One team from Asia, one team from Oceania, two teams from Africa, two teams from North America, four teams from South America, and 14 teams from Europe. The first 24-team World Cup in history and the first World Cup in which all 6 confederations are represented. Due to the increase in the number of teams, the format of the games changed widely. 24 teams were divided into 6 groups of 4 teams, and the first 2 teams of each group went to the second round of the competition. In the second round, 12 teams competed in 4 groups of 3 teams, and the first team of each group went to the semi-finals. The placement of the teams in the second round groups was determined before the start of the cup. Finally, the winners of the semi-finals went to the finals and the losers went to the third place ranking. This is the last World Cup that will be held with 2 group stages. Cameroon, in his first appearance at the World Cup, was grouped with Italy, Poland, and Peru. Italy's performances were so boring that many Italian journalists criticized them. They got 3 draws at the end of the games, something that Cameroon was able to do in its first appearance at the World Cup. Italy was able to go to the next stage with Poland only because they scored more goals than Cameroon. The second representative of Africa was in the second group with Chile and 2 European teams, West Germany and Austria. Algeria came out amazing and finished their first game against the European champions with a 2-1 win, a result that no one could believe. The first appearance, the first game, and the first victory in the World Cup, not against an ordinary team, against West Germany. They lost their second game to Austria and won their last game on the 24th of June 1982 against Chile. The last game of the group was held on June 25, 1982, between West Germany and Austria in a situation where both teams would advance to the next stage with the victory of Germany with 1 goal. West Germany scored after 10 minutes of all-out attack. After that, the players of the 2 teams were throwing the ball aimlessly. Angry Algerian fans were waving bills at the players in protest of this show. This game made even German and Austrian fans sad. One of the German fans was so upset with his team's performance that he burned the German flag in the stadium. The events of the Argentina-Peru game in the previous World Cup and this game forced FIFA to establish the rule that the final 2 games of each group will be held at the same time. This game later became known as Disgrace of Gijón. FIFA did not accept Algeria's protest and the result remained, so West Germany and Austria went to the next stage. Argentina, Belgium, Hungary, and El Salvador were in the third group. Argentina's first match against Belgium was held at Camp Nou. Barcelona fans were eager to see their new signing Maradona play. However, Maradona never experienced a successful cup and Argentina lost 1-0 to Belgium in the first match. The match between Hungary and El Salvador, which ended 10-1 in Hungary's favor, was the second biggest World Cup victory after Hungary's 9-0 victory over South Korea in the 1954 World Cup. In the end, Belgium and Argentina advanced from the third group. In the fourth group, England, Czechoslovakia, France, and Kuwait competed. The first group game between England and France saw one of the earliest goals in the World Cup. Brian Robson was able to open France's goal after only 27 seconds. In the end, England won 3-1. Kuwait got their only point with a draw against Czechoslovakia. This is Kuwait's only appearance and only point in the World Cup. The rise of England and France from this group was obvious. In the fifth group, host Spain was present along with Yugoslavia, Northern Ireland, and Honduras. It is hard to say that Spain never used its hosting lobbies. They won their second game against Yugoslavia with a very controversial penalty, while they drew against Honduras in the first game. This win made Spain advance to the next stage due to the better goal difference. The last group consisted of Brazil, Soviet Union, Scotland, and New Zealand. Zico, Socrates, Falcao, Eder and other stars. Brazilians seem to have returned to the glory days of the 1970s. Soviet Union was their main rival in the group, which was defeated by Eder's 88th minute goal from 20 meters. Victory against Scotland and New Zealand was not difficult for mighty Brazil. They advanced to the second stage with 3 victories. Scotland was eliminated for the 3rd year in a row due to less goal difference. In the second round of the games, Poland, the Soviet Union, and Belgium were placed in Group A. Poland won their first game against Belgium with a hat-trick from Zbigniew Boniek. They drew the game against the Soviet Union. But thanks to the better goal difference, they went to the semi-finals. In Group B, West Germany, England and Spain faced each other. West Germany got 3 points by defeating the host of the tournament and drawing with England. Like Cameroon, England was eliminated from the tournament without losing. But the main battle of the second round was in Group C, where Brazil, Argentina, and Italy were present. 3 teams had won the World Championship 6 times in total. Each game of this group was considered a final. The first match was between Italy and Argentina. Italy defenders Gaetano Scirea and Claudio Gentile did a good job of controlling Diego Maradona and Mario Kempes, and they played an important role in their team's 2-1 victory. In the second game, Argentina faced Brazil in a situation where they needed to win to survive in the games, what the Argentines failed to do, and Brazil finished the game with 3 goals for the defending champion by the 75th minute. Maradona was sent off in a fit of rage with a terrible foul on João Batista. Diaz's goal in the 89th minute is only a consolation goal for the Argentines. In the last game, Brazil and Italy faced each other and the winner reached the semi-finals, a game that was as exciting, beautiful, and sensitive as the final. In the 5th minute, Paulo Rossi scored the first goal with a header. Brazil only needed 7 minutes to make up for the lost goal by Socrates. In the 25th minute, the undisputed star of the Italians, Paulo Rossi, led Italy once again. Compensating this time for Brazil was not so easy, and the first half ended with a victory for Italy. Brazil's attacks continued and they were able to tie the game for the second time in the 68th minute on Falcao's long shot. But Paulo Rossi did not get tired and scored the 3rd goal for Italy in the 74th minute to give Italy the lead for the 3rd time with his hat-trick. This time, Brazil could not compensate and even received another goal in the 86th minute, which was wrongly declared offside. Italy reached the semi-finals with the genius of Paulo Rossi. France, Austria, and Northern Ireland were in Group D. It may seem that this group is easy, and France's promotion from it was not so difficult, but don't forget that France reached the semi-finals of the tournament after 24 years, and it was a glorious event for them. Italy and Poland, who faced each other in the first round of games in Group 1, met again in the semi-finals, but this time the engines of Italy and Paulo Rossi were turned on. The difference between Italy in the first round and Italy in the semi-finals was from the ground to the sky, as if you were watching a play of 2 different teams. In this match, Paulo Rossi scored 2 more goals for Italy and brought Italy to the final. The second semi-final was full of excitement. West Germany versus France. Littbarski scored the first goal of the game in the 17th minute for West Germany. This goal was compensated by Platini from the penalty spot in the 26th minute. In the second half, Patrick Battiston received a long pass on the edge of the German penalty area. German goalkeeper Schumacher went towards the French player with the intention of clearing the ball, while he did not seem to have anything to do with the ball and committed a cruel foul on the French player. Battiston fainted and the game was stopped for some time. While the referee did not believe in the foul and the game continued from the side of the German goal, many consider Schumacher's action as one of history's most shocking fouls. In the final minutes, France had a chance to finish the job, but Manuel Amoros' shot hit the crossbar. The game ended with a score of 1-1 in 90 minutes and went to extra time. 2 minutes after the start of the first extra time, Marius Trésor scored the winning goal for France. 6 minutes later, Alain Giresse increased France's lead to 2 goals. It seemed that West Germany's work in this cup was over, but West Germany did not give up, and in the 102nd minute, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge scored a goal. The excitement had reached its peak, and in the 108th minute, Klaus Fischer scored the equalizing goal and brought Germany back into the game. The game ended with a 3-3 draw in 120 minutes. This is the first time in the history of the World Cup that penalty kicks were used to decide the winner. The two teams scored 4 of their first 5 shots, with only France's 6 and West Germany's Stielik's shots saved by the goalkeepers. French defender Maxime Bossy stood behind the 6th shot, but German goalkeeper Schumacher found out the direction of the ball and blocked his shot, so that Rubsch will bring West Germany to the finals of the competition with this shot. France also lost 3-1 to Poland in the 3rd place match. This 3rd place is Poland's best result in the history of World Cups. On July 11, 1982, Italy and West Germany played the final match at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium in Madrid. Paolo Rossi, who had led Italy to the final, was at the center of attention. In the German team, Captain Harald Schumacher, who was the savior of Germany in the semi-final game, played an important role. The game started in front of 90,000 people. In the first half, Antonio Cabrini wasted a penalty kick for Italy. In the second half, Paolo Rossi once again proved his worth and scored the first goal for Italy in the 57th minute. All German attacks were thwarted by the strong Italian defense. Marco Tardelli made the difference to 2 goals in the 69th minute. Marco Tardelli has described the feeling of scoring a goal in the World Cup final as follows: "After I scored, my whole life passed before me. The same feeling they say you have when you are about to die. The joy of scoring in a World Cup final was immense. Something I dreamed about as a kid, and my celebration was a release after realizing that dream. I was born with that scream inside me. That was just the moment it came out." Italy, using its counter-attacks, once again scored a goal by Altobelli in the 81st minute to officially end Germany's work in this World Cup. In the 83rd minute, Breitner scored a goal for Germany, a goal that was only to reduce the poison of failure. Italy appeared brilliantly in the second round and the final and won the championship after 44 years. This championship brought Italy to Brazil's record of 3 championships in the World Cup. Paolo Rossi, who had a stunning performance in the competition, won the title of the top scorer and the best player in the tournament. The increase in the number of teams significantly increased the number of games and spectators, which made the host country earn more money from the games. Italy became the first team to advance from the group stage without a win. Italy goalkeeper Dino Zoff is the oldest World Cup winner at 40, and Northern Ireland forward Norman Whiteside is the youngest player to play at the World Cup at 17 years and 41 days. Like the video if you enjoy it and leave us a comment. We will be back soon with a new video.